You know, sometimes walking away is the only option. Not because you want to make them miss you or make them realize that they took you for granted, but you finally had the courage to respect yourself enough and realize that you deserve better. Remember, you didn't lose them. They lost you. You know, sometimes walking away is the only option. Not because you want to make them miss you or make them realize that they took you for granted, but you finally had the courage to respect yourself enough and realize that you deserve better. Remember, you didn't lose them. They lost you. You know, sometimes walking away is the only option. Not because you want to make them miss you or make them realize that they took you for granted, but you finally had the courage to respect yourself enough and realize that you deserve better. Remember, you didn't lose them. They lost you.
I'm sorry, but this was the last time. I'm not coming back again this time. That was your choice because of your behavior towards me. This sound is talking about finally having enough courage. No, this has nothing to do with having enough courage and everything to do with the fact that I am not selfish. I do not prioritize myself at any fucking point in time. I am doing this for the sake of other people. But at some point in time, it feels like impossible to go back because these other people are creating too much drama for me just protesting towards things which I should protest towards, and they do not listen, and that leads to me constantly have to be bending in my own fucking body in pain because they are contacted by the criminal system, which is making my surroundings do things, which is making me constantly bend in pain. And I do not fucking manage. I do not fucking manage to be bending in pain constantly. And when I confront these people and my non-biological family with this, they are making me into the biggest fucking monster. And then they refuse to accept that they are behaving badly at any fucking point in time. And they pretend that everything has to do with the fact that I am this crazy fucking person and that they are doing nothing wrong. Yeah, It has nothing to do with courage. I have more courage than fucking anything. But I am not selfish. I do not prioritize myself. But at this point in time, it feels impossible to go back due to the circumstances. I am not thinking about myself at this time either. I'm sorry, but I'm not a selfish fucking person. But I do not fucking manage to be constantly bending in fucking pain because my non-biological family is contacted by the criminal fucking system, which is using every fucking second of my lifetime to hurt me beyond all fucking limits and as much as fucking possible. And in order for me to manage to cope with life better, I just need to be fucking alone because people do not fucking manage to fucking behave. This has nothing to do with courage. I have more courage than fucking anything. Which I prove by being this visible on the internet, which is so fucking against my nature. Which I prove by complaining, which is so fucking against my nature. And while people are making me into the biggest fucking burden of this whole entire fucking planet, while I do not like to be a burden at any fucking point in time, I still open my mouth and talk about fucking everything. While people are humiliating me more than fucking anything. And while I am this functional person, which is making me feel worse than fucking anything because of that humiliation. While I am constantly discriminated. And I am this person which is discriminated more than fucking anything. I just continue talking as if nothing should have happened, even though I meet more resistance than fucking anything. Me not going back to my non-biological family has nothing to do with courage. It has to do with the fact that it feels impossible to go back at this point in time. And that was a condition which they put up themselves. No, I'm sorry if that is not what you expected. That you expected that I was selfish this time. No, not this time either, because I'm not a selfish person. It has to do with the fact that I feel that we are at a new point in this war, and that this might be a point to say goodbye to my non-biological family. I feel like my non-biological family made it impossible for me to go back. And I am constantly bending in pain on many occasions, and that is not a possible life situation for me. However, going back to Oslo is also a difficult situation because I am afraid of healthcare, and as I predicted, healthcare is a threat. I thought that this threat was no longer there when I decided to go back to Oslo, but obviously that threat is still there because now I am inside of the hospital, and basically I'm also thrown out of the apartment I lived in because the person which I rented the apartment of was not very nice. Yeah. But I have been renting that apartment for many years, and then the condition in this town and this country was quite different. So if I rent an apartment now, that might be a better rent relationship than my previous rent relationship or my rent apartment, my rent room. because the power situation in this city and in this country has changed a lot during the last year. So then I might up living a place where I am less bothered by my surroundings, because the condition in this country and this town might have changed, and these people which had a lot of power to abuse me many years ago might have lost their power, and for that reason I might end up with better conditions because I was forced to move, even though that was not the intention of this person which forced me to move. That might be the outcome anyway.